This is a half double crochet stitch for left-handed crocheters. Left-handed crocheters, you'll have your crochet hook in your left hand and your yarn in your right hand. A half double crochet is 2 stitches tall. We've done the single crochet, which is 1 stitch tall, but a half double crochet is going to have more yarn in each stitch, which gives it more height. So to start that row, we need to start with a chain 2. So we're going to chain 1 and chain 2. All right, and then we'll turn our work. And if you need help turning your work, I talk more about that in the single crochet video. Okay, so a pattern will tell you to go into the 3rd stitch from the hook. So here's our hook. Our first stitch is this first V, 2nd stitch, 3rd stitch. So we're going to go into this 3rd stitch, right here. Okay, so we're going to yarn over first. So we're going to push the yarn away from us and grab it. And then we are going to put it into that stitch. Then at this point we have all these loops on here. We have our stitch and 2 loops here. We're going to yarn over and pull it under the stitch. And now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again. And we are going to pull through all 3 loops. Take your time, pull it through one at a time if you need to, so that you don't pull more yarn than is necessary. You should only be pulling that last yarn over that you made. Okay, so let's finish our row here. I'm going to talk you through it again. We're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull it under that stitch, gives us 3 loops, and we will yarn over again and pull under all 3. So 1, 2, 3. Taking our time to make sure we don't accidentally pull one of those other loops through there. If you end up at the end of a stitch and you have 2 loops, it's just that you didn't make it through one of these 3 and you accidentally pulled it with you. Okay, so if that happens, just undo the stitch and redo it again, and be careful pulling through those. All right, so the next stitch, we'll yarn over and go into that stitch and yarn over, go under that stitch, yarn over, and through 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next stitch, we're going to do our 4th one here. We have a yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, under the stitch. Make sure you kind of push these down, because what can happen is you tend to stay toward the tip of your hook, and that's a lot skinnier, and those stitches will be much smaller and much tighter. So every loop, try and slide it down a little bit, okay? And then yarn over, and we're going to complete this stitch. All right, let's do one more. We're going to yarn over, go into that last stitch. Remember, first and last stitch of a row tend to look a little bit different, and that's okay. All right, we're going to yarn over, go under that stitch, and push it down. Make sure those loops are nice and big. We'll yarn over again, and we're going to pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we've just finished our row and our 5 half double crochets. Just remember, when you're ready to turn your work, you'll need to chain 2 before you can do another row of half double crochets. I hope that helps. Let me know if you need anything else.